Okay, we're recording. It's the audience. Cameraman. Here you go.
Based on a case study in Long Beach, California, which appeared in Psychology Today in September of 1999, the implementation of a certain program revealed that crime rate dropped by 91%, school suspension dropped by 90%, sex offenses were reduced by 96%, and the incidents of vandalism were reduced by 69%. You may find yourself asking what type of program could bring such immense changes in a public school. Well, today I'm going to tell you about this type of program and the reasons why all public schools should require it. The program I'm talking about is the implementation of school uniforms. Students strive to have a wardrobe that differentiates them. However, this creates the haves and the have-nots. School needs to be about education and not the latest fashion trends. We go to high school to prepare ourselves for work, a further schooling, or maybe even a trade. Therefore, academic performance should be what distinguishes us and not the clothes on our back. By implementing uniforms in public schools, we can bring the focus back on education and eliminate the distractions of social nonsense. As the end of summer nears and the start of school begins, a time comes around that I personally remember dreading: back to school shopping. Malls become crowded so students can buy clothes that they feel makes them feel cool or fit in. Often, there is a large pressure on students to conform to trends set by television, radio, and movies. Often this pressure to conform places an unwanted budget on the family's financial budget. School uniforms help eliminate this and allow the attention of students to be directed towards learning and growing. School uniforms can eliminate the label competition. During the transition stages of early childhood and adolescence, every individual's body grows and develops at different rates. With puberty occurring at different times for all students, wearing the latest fashion trends can be difficult for some students. Another negative aspect of wearing the latest fashion trends, aside from the cost, is that what students think is appropriate to wear to school may be different from that opinion of school officials. Take low-cut shirts and tight pants. When students have the ability to wear what they wish, they also have the ability to maybe bring things that school officials would not like, such as concealed weapons and paraphernalia. On the note of baggy pants, they are often associated with gang affiliation. When students are allowed to dress how they choose, schools are essentially giving them the power to stereotype their peers based on the clothes that they are wearing. School needs to be a place where a child can feel safe and feel as if they fit in. It is alarming to think that just because of clothing, a child can go to school feeling like they don't belong or unsafe. This is not what getting an education is about. This is why I propose that school uniforms should be required in all public schools. Diana Boko from wisegeek.org states that experts believe when children who wear uniforms to school do better academically. This is due to a myriad of reasons, including not wasting time in the morning preparing to pick out an outfit, lack of distractions, and a more formal studying environment. You may think that school uniforms take away a student's right to freedom of expression, but studies show that uniforms representing the school logo bring upon a sense of school spirit and belonging. Similarly, the social and economic barriers are removed and students are able to associate with more of their peers and create more friendships. School uniforms do more than just that. Uniforms can increase safety. When students are being dressed in the same type of clothing, it is easy for officials to recognize an intruder. Also, when students have a set dress code, it is hard for them to form gangs on campus. Principal Leba from her high school stated that uniforms that had been implemented in her school, that the main result was overall improvement in the school climate and a greater focus on positive behavior. If you still aren't sold on school uniforms, I challenge you to listen to this information published by Miriam Wild on greatschools.org about a study conducted by Virginia Draw, an assistant professor at Youngstown State University. Draw reviewed attendance, graduation, and proficiency rate at 64 public high schools in Ohio. Her final analysis surprised her. She stated, "I really went into this thinking that uniforms don't make a difference, but I came away seeing that they really do. At least at these schools they do. I was absolutely floored. Draw's study concluded that those schools with uniform policies in place improved in attendance, graduation, and suspension rates. Students having the freedom to dress how they choose can create many problems, such as bullying, gang association, economic burdens to family, and feeling out of place. All of these problems could easily be solved by implementing a school uniform. While it may not be easy to implement the program, the results are effective. The first and most important step in implementing school uniforms is to get parents in the area involved from the very beginning. Parents must know the facts and the benefits of school uniforms. An easy way to see where parents currently stand on school uniforms is having them complete a survey about their beliefs of school uniforms. Here is an example that I have prepared of a survey that parents could complete. On the survey, it asks if they think that the school should have school uniforms, should uniforms improve academics, and should uniforms improve safety, and they can check off what they feel. I would like to conclude with a quote from Chief William Ellis with the Long Police Department on uniforms. He stated, "The feedback we get is that schools have fewer reasons to call upon police force. There's less conflict among students. The uniforms tend to equalize the playing field. Students concentrate more on education and not who's wearing the latest $100 jacket or gang attire. School uniforms bring positive changes in all schools."